What would you do if sport martial arts didn't exist? I would still study my art because I didn't start martial arts training for sport. I started it for self-defense. And I'm 51 years old right now. By the time I'm 85, God willing, I'll still be training. Will I be training fighting techniques? Probably not. I'll be training techniques that my body's going to allow me. That's the beautiful thing about learning a martial art, is that sport has nothing to do with it. Sport is for young people. What about people that are in their, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s? Tai Chi, for example, is a very great example of a martial art that is ideal for any age, and it has proven its method of longevity for people. It's meditational, it's strength building, it fosters flexibility and balance and peace of mind. Karate is the same way, and many arts are the same way. But training for a sport has a shelf life. So what would you do if sport martial arts didn't exist? For example, let's just name the popular ones right now that are very new, that have very little meaning in the grand scheme of martial arts throughout the histories. Mixed martial arts. Everybody loves mixed martial arts because they think it's the be-all, end-all. I think it's the least of least all. Why? Because it expresses little of each art and you're very limited to what you actually can do. Even though you may be able to express more than other sports, you can express very much of one specific art because it's a cocktail. And so how much can you really do except mix and match 2 or 3 pieces of here and there, right? So MMA is not a great example of a martial art expression. It is a great example of, here's some boxing, 4 or 5 techniques. Here's some kicking, 3, 4 techniques. Here's some grappling, 5, 6 techniques. That's about it. So MMA, if it didn't exist, what would you be doing? What would be your needs? As an athletic person or as an older person, what would your needs be? Sport karate. Are you going to be doing point karate or full contact karate the rest of your life? Boxing. Why don't boxers box at 70? Because you can't do it at that age. Sport is not meant for older people. Sport is meant for younger people and for entertainment, right? And some people make a living off of it. But sport martial arts, what would you be doing? That is the question. If MMA, sport karate, kickboxing, boxing, wrestling, and competition sports for martial arts did not exist, how would you even be training? What would you be training for? Why would you be training? I know what I would be doing. I would be training to learn the art because that's why I actually started. I started learning martial arts because I wanted to learn self-defense. I wanted to learn something. It fascinated me. Maybe that's what you would be doing too. You'd be learning it because it fascinates you. And you learn it for the sake of learning. Like, it may not be practical even in any situation, but it's beautiful and it's artistic and it's expressive. It's physically healing. Maybe that's why you'd be doing a martial art. Not everything is about fighting and sports, all right? Martial arts, how did they train them 300 years ago? What were they for? That's my point. What would you be doing if sport martial arts did not exist? Whether that's MMA, Muay Thai, because Muay Baran exists, but Muay Thai existed later, right? Whether it's, like I said, MMA, Muay Thai, boxing, wrestling, Kung Fu competitions, karate competitions, Taekwondo competitions. What if those competition sports didn't exist? How would you be learning those arts? And why would you be learning those arts? That is the deeper question, and that is what you should be thinking about if you're a young person. How long do you want to do this? And how far can you take it? I've been doing it for about 44 years now, martial arts in general, and I'm still learning, I'm still evolving, I'm still enhancing my knowledge pool, and I'm still teaching it and handing it down to the next. And I do that in the form of the traditional training. I do that in the form of sport competition, full contact kickboxing, karate, but I also teach the art as it is, and I study it and explore it as it was and as it is and as it's going to be. I hope that kind of clarifies. Ask yourself that question. How would you be studying martial arts? Why would you be studying martial arts if sport competition and combat sports did not exist? Something to think and ponder. Os.